from Hawaii, Ali from Palau, Dula from Fiji, Hafade from Guam, Mariana Islands, Yaqui from the Marshall Islands, Yorana from Tahiti, Kiora from New Zealand, Kia Yorana from the Cook Islands, Malo the Lake from the Kingdom of Tonga, and Talofa from the islands of Samoa. Well, it is always fantastic to be with everybody here. And you have reached the School Talk Story with Dr. T show. Yeah. Also known as Ukulele Dad. And we look forward to sharing some good information with you today. And I needed to point out that this show is brought to you by the National Pacific Islander Education Network, also known as NPINE, everybody. So be sharing a few things with you today, some talk stories, some music. So try not to leave during the talk story, but I understand. All right, everybody. But let me share with you the following, because this week we are going to be talking about French Polynesia, everyone. So there is their beautiful flag. And here we have a map of French Polynesia. So let me tell you about it. In French Polynesia, there are over 100 islands. These are French territories, more than 5.3 million square kilometers. It is the size, literally, of Europe. Yeah, that's big. There are 5 archipelagos: the Society, Tuamotu, Marquesas, Gambier, and Australs archipelagos. The capital is Papeete. The largest city is Fa'a'a, and they speak French, Tahitian, Austral, Raivave, Rapa, Mangarepa, Tuamutoa, Marquesan. 74% of the people are Polynesian, and then the rest of the people are Europeans as well as East Asians. And Tahiti is the most populous island, 69% of the population. Yeah, over almost 300,000 people live in Tahiti. And Bora Bora is another well-known island that you may have heard of, everybody. But that, my friends, is just to give you a little bit of background again on French Polynesia. And as I showed earlier, this is their fantastic, beautiful flag that they have there. But it is time now, my friends, for a few announcements, and then we're going to go to ukulele class, so keep looking for your instrument. I know some of you might have lost yours, but do your best. So here we go. We're going to, again, share some information with you. So let me see here. Let's go first of all to NPINE's website. So I think the biggest announcement you should be aware of is July 11th is the last day to sign up for the NPINE Miniature Golf Tournament. So we're doing pretty good. We've got 7 or 8 teams signed up, but a lot of you haven't signed up yet. You wait till the last minute. So please sign up. Again, we will be starting July the 14th at any course, miniature golf course in the world, and we'll finish up on August the 9th. If you're in the Los Angeles area, join us on August the 8th at Golf and Stuff, home of the original Karate Kid movie. And thanks to all of our generous sponsors. And if you'll come down here, you just click, and this will give you more information on how to sign up, how to enter your team. And if you go to this form here, yep, this is where you can sign everybody up and you can actually make a payment. Yep. So This is how much it costs. So for the virtual tournament, you do not pay N-Pine for your golf fee. You actually pay the golf course where you're going to golf. But we do ask that you send us a $4 fee, which is a donation, no cost for youth or children, just for adults. And this is very helpful because it helps us to be able to send you your prize. Yeah. But again, miniature golf tournament, everybody. We look forward to seeing all of you there pretty soon. And like I said, don't forget to sign up. But I think that was the main thing to be aware of on our N-Pine website. So take a look. A lot of things going on there. Now, let's go over to the N-Pine Facebook page. Yeah, we've got coming up next week ukulele class and ohana night. That'll be this coming Tuesday at the Ohana Hawaiian Barbecue in Lakewood. And we hope they're okay because I went there the last couple of days and they were closed. It says temporarily. So we keep our fingers crossed for them. If not, we'll probably end up at another restaurant next door to them. So we'll keep you posted. And this is us right here on School Talk. I did talk to you about the miniature golf tournament. Let me see. I think, yeah, that's probably about it for everybody. So good. Keep following that. And I'm sad to say that might be it for our announcements there. I know a lot of you like announcements, but that looks like it is it. So let us move on now to ukulele class, and then we'll come back for some more talk story. So I'm going to move our friends in French Polynesia here for a little bit. It's a little bit easier to see me when you don't have a lot of background there. Sometimes you can't see. All right. Well, we're going to be learning today some chords. And the good news is these are chords that we've learned before. But our first chord, my friends, is the F chord. And aloha to everybody out there. Find your ukulele because we're starting. So we're going to learn the F chord and then the C7 chord today. So the chords are where we place our fingers on the instrument. Okay, so if you look at our chart, it says S1, 2, 3, and 4. That refers to the strings. So string 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each one of them has a name. So string 1 is G, string 2 is C, string 3 is E, string 4 is called A. And then if you'll notice on here, we have F1, that is fret number 1, and F2, fret 2, and then we get frets 3 and 4. So the name of our chord is the C7 chord, and our first finger is on string 4, fret number 1. So let me demonstrate that to you. So here's the ukulele, everybody. And we try to hold it about right here, and then strum with our right hand like this. So that's a strum. You can use your thumb, you can use your fingers, whatever works for you, everybody. So the C7 chord, we take our first finger. So look at our fingers, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on our left hand. First finger goes on fret 1, so that's up here, string 4. You just played the C7 chord. Amazing, friends. You are very sharp. Okay. And then our next chord we're going to learn, then we're going to play our song. And if you didn't find the link up here, this is where you can find your music and your chord charts. So it's our Facebook group. So take a look there and you'll find everything. So our second chord is called the F chord. First finger is on string 3, fret 1. Second finger is on string 1, fret 2, everybody. Okay, so let's try it. Again, first finger, string 3, second finger string 1. Yeah. Reverse strumming. All right, everybody. So we're going to be using again the F chord and the C7 chord in our song. And if you look it up in your book there, it is called The More We Get Together. So the introduction is F, 2, 3, C7, 2, 3, and F, 2, 3, C7, 2, 3. So that's pretty much what you're going to be playing, F and C7, the whole song. So we got verse 1, then we go down here to verse 2. And it says, when I uke, U-K-E, that's the ukulele. So the ending of the song goes like this. F, 2, 3, C7, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, F, 2, 3, C7, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, and 1. So at the end we go 1. It's a single strum. 1. All right, friends, let's give it a go here. So we'll do the introduction, verse 1, and then keep going and do verse 2 of The More We Get Together. Yeah, this song is kind of one we played a lot during the pandemic because it was kind of hard to get together, at least in person, but a good thing we created virtual. That's why I can see everybody. So here we go, everybody. Traditional song written by Jim Beloff, verse 2, our ukulele artist there. Here we go. F, 2, 3, C7, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, C7, verse 1. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Verse 2. Let's play the ukulele. Let's all play it daily. The more we play it daily, the happier we'll be. When I ook and you ook and we ook and they ook, the more we play it daily, the happier we'll be. The ending, F2, 3, C7, 2, 3, F2, 3, 4, 5, 6, F2, 3, C7, 2, 3, F2, 3, and 1. All right, everybody, that was your song for today. The more we get together. So keep practicing, everybody. You can do it. All right. Well, friends, it is now our time for the self-care Talanoa. Let me pull up our French Polynesia flag again so you can look at that. Yep. Aloha to you, Cookie Lycott. Pleasure to see you. Aloha. So what we're going to do is do a little talk story here, and then we are going to play some more music for you, okay? So everybody hang in there. Sometimes when we do talk story, the people start leaving. But again, this portion of our program is called the Self-Care Talanoa. Talanoa means to chat. I don't know why my nose keeps itching. Very strange. But here is our chat for today. And it is around the topic of family, everybody. Okay, so just kind of think about family. That could be your family members. It could be friends. It could be anyone in your ohana. Ohana, as you know, means family. But this is a time where we just do some stretching and breathing, everybody. So kind of stretch out and then take some nice deep breaths through the stomach. All right, there you go. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, Cookie Lycott. Appreciate that so much. So let me go through this, and then we're going to play our next song, everybody. So, family is one of our most important gifts. It looks different for everybody. As I said, it could be our family of origin, or it could be a family we've created, or our communities, or as we said in the Hawaiian language, it is ohana. Yeah, ohana. In my language, Samoan, we call that the nu'u, which means the village. So, why is family unity so important? Well, we live in a world right now that is quite crazy out there. So, it's very important, everybody, that we show to each one in our community aloha. That's right. That means love, everybody. Okay. I wanted to share with you the words of the late Rachel Scott. Her father spoke to us a few years ago. Rachel was tragically killed at Columbine. She was a young lady, but she was one that always reached out to people, especially those that needed help, that were being bullied. And she said, I have this theory that if one person would go out of their way to show compassion, it would start a chain reaction. Yeah, chain reaction of aloha, right? That's it. Well, thank you so much, Rachel Scott. We appreciate you, and your legacy again lives on here for all of us. Now, I just turned off my picture, but let us, yeah, I hit the wrong button. But let us go to our next song, everybody. And this song was written by my friend E.J. Harrison. I just saw him last week because we were at the GMCLA concert in LA at the Saban Theater, and that is located in Beverly Hills. Yeah. Yeah, we were near Hollywood there. But Dr. E.J. Harrison, a fantastic conductor of the choir, and this is a song that he wrote. And this was also during the pandemic, everybody. But here we go, everybody, by Mr. EJ. We will be together again. We will be together again. Hand in hand, friend with friend. We will be together again. Someday soon we'll be a community of people arm in arm, and we will embrace standing face to face. Until then, we sing this song. We will be together again. We will be together again, hand in hand, friend with friend. We will be together again, hand in hand, friend with friend. We will be together again. We will be together again. Mahalo, friends. Again, E.J. Harrison was the composer, the fantastic director of the GMCLA choir, and my daughter is the piano player for them. It's amazing. But yep, so good to play your song, Dr. E.J. You are fantastic. Well, we've got another little talk story here, and then we're going to share another song with everybody. So don't worry, not too much talk, just a little bit. But as we said, this is a time where we do some self care talanoa. Make sure everybody's doing all right out there. All right. But let me see here. If you'll look here in the chat, everybody. Let me see if I can find it in the chat. Maybe I lost it. No, let me put it in there. Okay. So everybody, I'm going to post this up here for you. But again, there are times where we just need to chat with somebody, talk story, have some talanoa. So we have calhope.org. This is a live chat you can look at. You can also call them at their 833 number. Also, my friends, at this 415 number, this is the Pacific Islander Wellness Initiative. So these folks are trained to listen and not talk story too much. They're there to listen and help you out. If things really aren't going too well, as we've talked about before, this is our stress level chart. Green and yellow are good, but if we get into the orange or the red level, everybody, please call 988. That is the lifeline, and those folks are trained to help you out. So do it, everybody. But here is our next thought here I wanted to share with you. And this one is called thinking management. So we have thinking. Sometimes we might make a thinking error, but we need to evaluate and choose. We need to either believe the thinking or say to ourselves, maybe I'm in error. And then we also need to create more accurate thoughts. So, my friends, that is our thought for today. So, think about our thinking and ask yourself, maybe I made an error. I got to take a step back here. All right, everybody. So, that is our thought on that. Now, this song, I wanted to dedicate this to the family of Brian Wilson, who recently passed away. Very sad. He was one of the Beach Boys, everybody. Yeah, they're fantastic. And if you're like me, I enjoy surfing because, again, I am a Pacific Islander who grew up on the big island of Long Beach, California. My parents are from American Samoa. But when I went surfing, it took me truly back home to the island because I felt like I was there. Yeah. You've heard about the movie Moana. Yeah, that's what Moana means. It is the ocean. But they had what they call a paddle out. And a paddle out is when all the surfers get on their boards and they paddle out in recognition of someone. And this time they recognize again Brian Wilson and his family for all that he has done for music and for everybody out there. So this song is called Surfin' USA, written by Chuck Berry. And again, I dedicate this to Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. Talks about a lot of different places that we can go surfing. I'm going to insert Malibu in here because my friend Candace is from Malibu. Okay, here we go. If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody be surfing in California, yeah. See them wearing the baggies, why don't you send those too? Bushy blonde hairdo, surfing USA. Catch up surfing at Del Mar, Ventura County line, Santa Cruz and Trestles, Australia's not a beach. All over Manhattan, Navajo way. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. I'll be planning out a move, gonna take real soon. Waxing down our surfboards, can't wait for June. I'll be gone for the summer, we're on safari to stay. Tell the teacher we're surfing, surfing USA. At Malibu and Swami's, Pacific Palisades, San Onofre and Sunset, Redondo Beach, LA. All over La Jolla and Waimea Bay. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. All right, that was a good workout, everybody. So yeah, I did insert instead of Haggerty's, I said Malibu for my dear friend Candace. And she is from Malibu. And again, they were affected by the wildfires. And we I also mentioned Pacific Palisades. So, again, aloha to all of you out there, my friends. That was a very tragic time, but we wish aloha for all of you. Well, friends, I've got one more talk story here, and then we are going to do our fantastic, yes, aloha song to finish up. Well, today's final talk story has to do with a couple things. One, oh, there goes a giant plane. Yep, I'm right next to the Long Beach airport here, everybody. But let me share this with everybody, okay? So we've been talking quite a bit about student attendance here. So under resources, just come down here to attendance, and this will take you to the school attendance review team. These are all the members of our team. And again, these are individuals that dedicate themselves to helping students because we know that if students aren't in school, it's very, very hard to learn. And in the case of Pacific Islanders, a lot of our young people just don't quite make it, in part because of underlying health conditions. We have a lot in our community: obesity. We also have diabetes and heart disease. We are some of the leaders in America. And then, if the children are not ill, they're home taking care of the mom and dad, auntie and uncle. So that's what happens. But these are individuals who've all dedicated their time to helping students. Also have our honorary members down here. But yep, read through this on NPine's website. This will give you a lot more information on how to help the students out there. But we are always looking for individuals who can, again, help us with this cause. Okay. But let me go back to this here before we finish up with our final song. As all of you know, it's been very difficult out there because, again, we reach out to all of our friends there, our immigrant community, because it's been very tough for them these days. Now, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, let me share this one more time, everybody. So this is on NPine's Facebook group. Here it says this week's NPine e-news. So you can go here and find out a lot of stuff here. We concluded our Falana'i Ala guest speaker and mentoring program, and Falana'i Ala is actually here from Samoa, but he's recovering, had a heart operation, but it was good to talk to him the other day. He's right here in the city of Lakewood, where I live at the hospital. But let me see here. We have information about immigration. So here's some very useful information you can get on our e-news. So please take a look, everybody. But wanted to share this information finally before we conclude. These are some of our educational leaders who have been talking about the situation with ICE, and some of them have been, again, coming onto our schools, and we're very concerned about that. But the state superintendent of public instruction, Tony Thurman in California, called the militarized response unnecessary and deeply dangerous for our children, for our families, and our community. And so he again encourages us to not use our schools for this purpose and to, again, care for our children. He said our children deserve to be protected and cared for, not terrified at school or ripped from their families, said State Superintendent Tony Thurman. Finally, the superintendent of the Los Angeles Unified School District, Alberto Carvalho, said that he too was very concerned about the situation for immigrants. And he said, that is not the community we want to be. This is not the state or the nation that we ought to be. In fact, those who believe that is the nation we should become, let us rearrange Lady Liberty. Let's bring down that arm and extinguish the flame, for we're no longer the light for the world. So, yep, you kind of wonder there about those that are pushing this. But this is what some of our leaders have said. And again, stay off of the schools. It's very traumatic for the children. The children are there to learn. So we would truly appreciate it. So, friends, enough on that talk story. But again, we honor our friends in French Polynesia, including the islands of Tahiti and Bora Bora. Here's our fine map there, but so grateful to all of them. And remember, in Tahiti and French Polynesia, they say orana. That's how they say hello. And then when they say goodbye, they say na na. So that's how you say goodbye in their language. But everybody, next week, we will be back here at the same time. Let me just confer with my calendar here. Yeah, it looks good. 12 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be here on Twitch. And let me see. Today's the 26th. On July the 1st, we will be at the Ohana Hawaiian Barbecue in the city of Lakewood, California, near Long Beach. We'll be having our concert there, and we will stream that on Twitch as well. So hopefully the restaurant will be open by then. We're very worried about them, but that will be next Tuesday. But friends, let me share our final Aloha song with all of you. It has been great to have all of you here on the show. So here we go. Aloha from Hawaii. Adios from Guam, the Mariana Islands. Aloha from the Kingdom of Tonga, Alisi. Haere from the Cook Islands, Dr. Nick. Haere from New Zealand, Aotearoa, the Maori people. Yakwe from the Marshall Islands. Me'iku from Palau, Dr. Lorianne. Mothe from Fiji and Ben. Nana from Tahiti. And Tofa from the islands of Samoa. Again, everybody, we need you to take some aloha to the world. We need a lot more these days. And remember, aloha will win this battle. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much, and aloha to all of you. Good to meet you, Cookie Lykot.